The year is 2013. Nichely popular internet composer and Earthbound ROM hacker Toby Fox has just fully funded his new indie RPG to resounding success, exceeding his Kickstarter goal by over 1,000%. I did not know about Undertale at this time, but I'd only be safe from Undertale's presence for a couple years. When it eventually released in September of 2015, it took over the YouTube space. Secret endings, secret bosses, no-hit fights, crying at the true pacifist ending, not clickbait. For whatever reason, this little game just captured people. And while I was there, just consuming relentlessly all my favorite Let's Players, learning all the hidden mechanics that people were discovering in real time, I didn't actually play it. I rarely get games day one of their release, and it wouldn't be until 2018 when a reason to pick it up would actually present itself. Undertale for Nintendo Switch. Man, what a wild sentence. Someone who used to make fan games about Nintendo titles, having their viral RPG on the most successful Nintendo console of all time. What an inspiration, and with some new content and the Switch's passive bonus of the game now being portable, it was easily well worth it to pick up, despite me being already spoiled to hell and back on nearly everything about the game. And while Undertale can be experienced through video, it really is something else played. As much as I love the turn-based bullet hell combat system, Toby Fox is definitely a composer first, game designer second in my eyes. It's the way his soundtrack of all 101 originally composed songs accents your slow journey through this monster-controlled underground that really sells the game. And that atmosphere can't really take full effect without playing it for yourself. Toby will undoubtedly go down in history as one of the greatest game composers of all time, but as I don't really have the music theory degree to accurately dissect each piece, I'll just try to touch on my second favorite part of Undertale. You know, the game. From the second room of Undertale, we are dropped straight into Toby Fox's brain and introduced to the most tone-setting character of all time, Flowey the Flower. The only line of dialogue that you need to hear is, "You idiot!" for it to become abundantly clear just what kind of game this is. A game that knows it's a game that loves that it's a game, and knows that to get to this realm in indie gaming subculture, you're probably going to need to have played a lot of games yourself, and it just thrives off of that knowledge. Undertale is specifically built off the idea that in any traditional RPG, every monster or enemy that you kill on your quest had their own life, their own dreams, their own family. Toby gave each of those seemingly meaningless enemies that you haphazardly murdered dozens of while looking at your phone, dialogue to read, mini-games to play, a unique personality, something to live for, and then showed you the cost of killing them. He managed to turn video games as a concept on their head. Every rule, every preconception we thought we had about games would be wrong if we just viewed them through the lens of human beings. Like decent people with fucking compassion. Of course everyone in the game would think you were a sadistic monster if you stayed in a room for hours just waiting until a baddie looked at you wrong so you could convert its life force into experience points. But that's just what you do in RPGs. If a certain boss is giving you trouble and halting your progression through the game, a surefire solution is just to level up as much as possible. I mean, we call it grinding. Grinding! Ruthless genocidal murder is just a monotonous activity in RPGs. And it took until this game for someone to go, "What the fuck? You're telling me that Slime didn't have friends? Didn't have a little slime family that he came home to after a long day of wandering in the field? That Slime didn't have little slime children that waited for their slime dad to come home and read them a bedtime story? How could you do that? How could you tear apart their family like that? You monster! You monster!" And you could have just stopped there, right? Just a misanthropic sob fest about the admittedly weird concepts that the games that we've been playing for decades brought up. It would have been neat. He probably would have gotten a lot of rage clicks and buzz. It would have been what most people would have done, but he didn't. Toby Fox gave us an option for good and turned Undertale from a game of nihilism into a game of mercy, and proved that humanity wants the good ending if given the choice, to make the sacrifice of being a weak little level 1 bitch if it means all your friends get to wake up tomorrow. Isn't that beautiful? Just to sit with yourself and knowingly go that if you could only experience one playthrough of Undertale, that we would all go pacifist every goddamn time, because that's just it, isn't it? Yeah, the gameplay's fun, the characters are memorable, but what a lot of us are here for is to be touched by a game. That after playing it for only 7 hours, we can see ourselves as better people. Yeah, sans, whatever. Dude, I'm fucking mashing. Oh shit, wait, I pressed the Windows key. With a mushroom dance, mushroom dance. 4-3. Egg, no, come back. That egg. She is yapping, dude.